Hey, Clara Masterminds, this is your homeboy Cleverboy86, and I gotta shut the store because it is freaking windy outside. Anyways, Dad's gonna tell a quick throwback story about the time he applied as a job. Dad's gonna tell a throwback story about the time he applied to be a firefighter. So, let's get this vlog started. Alright, Dad, tell it.
Okay, so this is about when I was probably 20 or 21 years old, and I've been going to school. I've been going to school in California for a while, and then I went back home. I left school, went back home to South Dakota, where I was living for a while, and I was always interested in firefighting and stuff like that, and so I wanted to get a job as fighting forest fires.
Hey, one question.
Mm-hmm.
At what age did you start to develop an interest for firefighting?
Oh, very young, because like I was probably, when I was like 6 or 7 years old, there used to be, I lived in a really small town, and there used to, when there was fires, there was a volunteer fire department, and all the people would come, the bell would ring, there would be this big siren going off, and all these people would come running and jump on the fire trucks, all these volunteers. So it always fascinated me, and then I liked some firefighting shows on TV when I got older, and so I wanted to do that. But that was all stuff about like fighting, building fires and stuff. And I got interested in forest firefighting when I was a little bit older. And so so I was about to, like I say, 20 or 21, and I was living in South Dakota after going to school in California. Came back, or I was back in South Dakota, and drove with some friends of mine all the way from South Dakota to California to apply for a job as a firefighter, forest firefighter. It was like a 2-day drive or something, like almost a day, better part of 2 days. And I went and did the application with another friend of mine. We both applied, but unfortunately we didn't get the job. But yeah, I mean, if I would have, who knows? It might have been completely different.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I mean, the firefighters, anybody who lives in California, any place where there's lots of forest fires, knows how serious that is and stuff. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for telling the story.
Sure.
Yeah.
I went through, in the interviews and stuff, there was lots of people. It was an open interview, and went through the whole process and stuff, but yeah, I just didn't get the job, so. Dude. Please, man.
Oh, did I get you?
Yes, you got me.
Oh, were you scared shitless?
Well, yes, but that's because...
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye, dude. Love you.
I'll see you later.
Okay, see ya.
So I want to tell you guys a throwback story that I just realized I haven't told on the channel. So I didn't have Throwback Thursday last week or Flashback Friday. So today we're doing Memory Monday. And this is a story that I haven't told on this channel, but it's a story about the time I pulled an all-nighter with my cousins when I was about 8 years old. So this is the only time that I've ever pulled an all-nighter. It sounded like a fun idea that night. When I woke up the next day, I was miserable. So at the time the story takes place, we were living at a different house, and one day my cousins came over at, I want to say, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So there were a lot of relatives at the house, and they were all talking in the living room, leaving us kids upstairs trying to find things to do. At the time this happened, my dad was on a business trip, so I wasn't at the house, but my cousins and I, we went into my parents' room, and we watched TV in there. At about 6 o'clock, we all went downstairs for dinner, and after dinner, my cousins and I went back upstairs. My cousin brought his iPad, so we took turns playing games on his iPad, so yeah. So it's about 9 o'clock, and I'm starting to get tired, but we're having a lot of fun, and we don't want to go to sleep. There was a lot of soda in our fridge, so I went downstairs, and I got 3 cans of Coke, and I brought them back upstairs, one for each of us, and we drank them so we can get the caffeine and stay awake. So by now it's about 11 o'clock, and all the adults are still talking, and some of them have left by now, but they're completely oblivious to what we're doing. We're upstairs, we're having a lot of fun, we're playing games on my cousin's iPad, we're watching movies, and we're just having a lot of fun. So we go downstairs at about midnight, and we raid the pantry. There were like crackers, there were Cheez-Its, there were pretzels, there were like Doritos, there were granola bars, just, all sorts of good stuff. And so we raid the pantry, and we bring all the stuff back upstairs. We get some soda and some ice cream, and we're all joking about how our parents are going to kill us once they find out what we've been doing. But, it's just a lot of fun. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and the hours are just going by like I don't even notice, how much time passes, because we're just having a lot of fun. We're just having tons and tons of fun. And at like 3 o'clock in the morning, we go outside and we're shooting videos on my cousin's phone of us just goofing around. And it's just a lot of fun. It's 4 o'clock and we're still hanging out, watching movies and playing games. And it's just a lot of fun. And then, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and a lot of the adults have left by now. Some have actually fallen asleep and we're still awake. We're listening to music and just hanging out. And I don't even remember what else we did because we did a lot of stuff that night. Then I look out the window and I see the sun rising. And, I tell my cousins that, it's dawn now. And, a lot of the adults have left. Some of them have fallen asleep. And some of them are still downstairs thinking that we're asleep. So, we're still partying, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning once, a lot of the adults have cleared out. We all eat breakfast, and then about 11 o'clock my cousins leave, and like an hour later I just crashed on the couch because I was so tired. I woke up at about 10 o'clock that night, and I thought it was early morning because my sleep schedule had been all messed up, but I realized I was still on the couch, so I went back to my room, and it was completely trashed. There were wrappers everywhere. So I went into the guest bedroom, and I fell asleep there, and I vowed to never pull an all-nighter again because I was miserable. So that's my throwback story of the time I pulled an all-nighter. So yeah, well, that's going to be it for this vlog. It was really windy out today, really cold out today. God, I hate the wind, but yeah, it was really windy out today. So I had 2 throwback stories in this vlog. Dad told the story of the time he applied to be a firefighter, and I told the story of the time I pulled an all-nighter with my cousins. So yeah, that's going to be it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all for our next one. Well, that's going to be it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. Well, that's going to be it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all for our next one. Alright, bye guys.